morning, brothers and sisters, man. It's Monday morning, guys. It's Monday morning, January 10th. I think it's about 40-some degrees here in South Carolina. I know you guys are, some of you are experiencing super cold weather up north. God bless y'all, man. Raise my cup of coffee to you. Oh, God, welcome back to the Morning Reload, man. I look forward to these mornings. I tell you what, it helps me more than it helps anybody else. I tell you, I appreciate you guys coming in. Tammy, what's up, sis? Good morning. Good morning. Sage, good morning, brother. Archangel, good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. We the people in the house. Good to see you, brother. AJ, Prepping for Life. What's up, man? Good morning. Good morning. I know you up early, brother. Roots, Rocks and Feathers. Good morning. Robin Williams said, you know what, sis? I got something for you.
Good morning, Vietnam! Good.
Oh, man, good gracious. Someone from Vietnam is watching this right now and is like, what? What's going on? Is he in Vietnam? Oh, man, good morning. Good to see you, sis. Bug Out Adventures. Good morning, sis. Good to see you. So great, wonderful day to prep. I'm our Huckleberry. What's up, brother? Boxo, what's up, man? Good morning. Good morning. Big Mama Steph in the house. Yeah, let's get it out the way. It's Monday, guys. We got this. Feeling great. We're selling in off the juices of the weekend. We're going to be good. Ashley, good morning to you. Prepper Manus, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Ohio, good morning. Ghetto, what's up, brother? Good to see y'all this morning. Hoodow, my brother, my friend. Stars Prepper in the house. Sherry, good morning. Joyce, good morning. Good morning. In between prepping, good morning, Nikki. Good to see you. Milkmaid in the house. What's going on, sis? JH, what's up? Good morning. Good to see you this morning. The Canimals representing in the house today. Appreciate y'all coming in, man. If you're watching this, guys, if you're watching the reload later on in the day, catching the replay, man, go check out Ghost Prepper, man. He does a canning stream on the weekends. And he cans all kinds of stuff. Him and the Canimals. He has regular people who can with him. Nikki, Milkmaid, they're usually there. Virginia Roots, Susanna, other people. Go check it out. It's a great skill to learn. And they are on another level, man. Ghost was canning something Saturday night. You guys need to go do it. I mean, I'm talking about medical application stuff. They're on another level, Ghost and the Canimals. Y'all need to go check them out. Mods, please drop the link to not only to Ghost channel, but to the stream from Saturday night. I think Ghost himself said, if you can boil water, you can can. And basically he's right, guys. It's an easy process, step-by-step thing. You don't need any fancy equipment or anything. You just need a can, a pressure canner, and your jiggler. That's all you need. But anyway, we're going to get into it this morning. Silver Scorpion, what's up, man? Hadn't seen you since I was on Silverback's channel. He did a live stream. It was a long time ago. It's good to see you. Hope you have a great day. Gick Rhymes. I like it, man. I like it. Good morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Reload. All right, man. But before we get into it, I want to talk about the big truth. And this isn't my word. This is coming from the establishment. They're trying to push stuff. We'll get into it. But I did want to announce something. This week I turned 40 years old. And I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about it, man. Some of you guys are way past that. Some of you guys have already experienced turning 40. It's almost like another level of adulthood. I don't know why. It might be a psychological thing, but I don't know. So sometimes I feel like this.
The end.
Dun, dun, dun.
But sometimes, you know, I get a tingle. I feel something. Like, it's not that you're just getting old. It's that you're getting wise, that the universe is instilling you with something. And I kind of feel like that.
Fills me. Yes. I feel the universe within me. I am a part of the cosmos. Its energy flows through me.
Just saying. Sometimes you get a tingle when you turn 40. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What said ain't so, Milkmaid? No, Milkmaid's like 23, man. Y'all could tell. Right? See, Big Mama Steph gets it. 40 is the new 30. I like it. Start saying that. Congratulations, sis. And happy belated birthday. Tooth Fairy, what's up? I'm 43 and 40 sucked. I'll say I cried a lot. But women do that. Yeah, I know, man. I don't get it. Like the thing with ladies and their age. Like the only thing I know is you don't ask a lady how old she is. You just don't do it. So I just always assume they're like 23. Okay, all right. I didn't ask, sis. I didn't ask. I hear you, Grumpy. I hear you, brother. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So anyway, getting into the today's topic, man. I want to talk about just a couple of things. Mainly the establishment's freaking out, man. They know 2022 elections are coming up this November, the midterms, and they have nothing. They've got nobody. They've got no one. They put everything they had for 4 years, 5 really, into just discrediting Trump. Biden's whole first year of his presidency has been about, hey, at least I'm not Donald Trump. That's basically what they've been. That's basically what he said. And they've done it so much that and everything is so bad that people are like, yeah, man, we know you're not Donald Trump and it sucks. We want him back. We'll take the mean tweets and everything. Just bring this dude back. We're tired of our country being in the crapper. You're making things, everything you do makes everything worse. Like the jobs report, man. Biden came out and gave the jobs report and lied through his dang teeth. And it's weird that they lie so much because we live in America. We know what's going on. We see it every day, man. My monthly gas bill here in our household has gone up like $200 a month. Our grocery bill, $250 a month. That's $450. That's not counting like the feed for the animals and materials to repair fencing and to expand and to build things. All of that has gone up. So, I mean, we know what's happening. Joe, quit lying, man. But check this out. Here's kind of the reality of what's going on.
And don't underestimate the impact of the mandates on people leaving fire departments, police departments, EMTs, doctors, nurses. You've got people leaving industries all over this country because of mandates in places like New York and California. They say, you know what, I'm close enough to retirement that I don't want to go through this. So people that are maybe late 50s, early 60s, that maybe had a few more good years in them, they're walking away and saying, you know what, I don't want the headache, I don't want to deal with it, I'm just going to go ahead and cash in my chips right now. And you're seeing it on a mass scale.
His uniform, we are told.
Exactly. Yard Dog Prepper, good morning. Everything they've done has caused it too. Like the people leaving and quitting their jobs. A lot of it's because of the mandates. We know that. And a lot of it's too is because they were on freaking unemployment for almost 2 years. The government was paying them not to work. So that's part of the economy. And so many other things. Closing down pipelines, not just Keystone pipeline, but all the drilling and stuff that we were doing in Alaska. God, it still grates on my nerves that we were energy independent. We were net exporters of petroleum, and the media never talked about it, never mentioned. You know how the first time in our history we were exporting more petroleum to the world than Saudi Arabia. We were exporting more than Russia. And if we would have stayed on track, because we were constantly increasing, we would have surpassed both of them combined. And one of the first things Brandon did was shut all that down so we could go back to get our petroleum from Saudi Arabia and other places in the world. Here we are, but anyway, the left knows this. They know that they suck, and they know that the American people know that they suck, and they know the hammer is going to fall in November. This is how this is how we do it, man. When we're upset, we use our vote and we put people in there. But now the problem is we hate the Democrats and we hate the Republicans. They both suck. They're the uniparty. The RNC, the DNC are nothing but billion-dollar corporations, just like all the other billion-dollar corporations that try to screw us. So we don't want nothing to do with them. But there is a movement, the America First movement. There are people who have waken up. There are people who are already in our government, you know, the Marjorie Taylor Greens, the Ron DeSantis, and people like this, who have figured out, you know, what works, you know. So what are the establishment going to do? They know they can't win fairly, you know. So what do? They're going to cheat, right? But first, they have to build their narrative, man. Good God. I want you to listen to this guy. I can't remember his name. He's a senator from somewhere. Maybe you guys recognize him. But he's giving his little speech, and he's telling why they need to pass all these new voting laws. If they federalize voting, I think I just saw Roots, Rocks, and Feathers say it in the chat. And you're right, sis. I agree 100%. If they federalize voting, it's the end. You know, revolution, here we come. But check him out. Notice what he says. Notice the language he uses. He calls it, this is the big truth. You know, they've been talking about the big lie. Oh, the big lie. Don't say the election was stolen. This was the fairest and freest election in the history of all elections in the universe. On other planets, they haven't had, alien civilizations have not had elections that were as free and fair as this last one, right? So it's the big lie to say anything other than. And now listen to what the big truth is.
The big truth is that Donald Trump and his allies have put in place a process to steal the election of 2022 and 2024. That is the big truth of what is going on in this country right now. And the way they're going to accomplish that big truth is by having state after state in the United States pass laws which restrict the access to vote for black and brown and indigenous and poor and disabled Americans. That is the big truth about what is going on in our country right now. A systematic plan to steal the election of 2022, to steal the presidency in 2024. And the Republican Party has become a wholly owned subsidiary of Donald Trump.
See what they're doing, man. See what they're doing? Already they're going to say if any Republican wins in 2022, it's because it was stolen. It's because they cheated. You know, they're not going to let people just vote their conscience and put who they want to in office. You know, they can't have that. So they're already setting it up to say, even though they know they're going to lose. That's why they're doing this crap. They know they're going to lose, and when it happens, they're going to say, see, we told you they stole the election. The Republican Party is owned by Donald Trump. And everything they say, there's no proof. Not one iota of proof of anything that they're saying. But they don't have to. Their propaganda machine will push their narrative, man, as much as they want to. Ark Wild Man, good morning. Han Solo, good morning. Brian, good morning, good morning. I hear you, man. I get on board with that one. William, good morning. I think anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. What I think politicians should have to do, because man, we can go on a tangent with that one. But they're setting it up, and also at the same time, while they're setting up their lie, they're also pushing their legislation. You know, watch.
And with these bills, if we modify the filibuster, American voices will no longer be drowned out by special interests, by redistricting that keeps black and brown communities marginalized, and by voting laws that are reminiscent of centuries to stop black voters, minority voters, from participating in our democracy. We need expanded early and mail-in voting. We need automatic and same-day voter registration. We need to make Election Day a national holiday. We need to get rid of hours-long voting lines. We need to ban partisan gerrymandering. We need to get dark money out of our elections. We need to end the discriminatory voting laws that restrict access to the ballot box on the basis of race and age and income and more.
See, they're pushing that same crap they've been pushing all along about voting and stuff, man. Every state that has strengthened their voting to make it more secure, they say that it's racism. You know, no evidence, and all evidence to the contrary, man. I forget who I was watching, and they were going out. I think it was the Daily Caller. They were sending out people in these different cities all over the country, and they were talking to black folks, and they're asking them, you know, about voter ID and stuff like that. And they asked them, "Do you have ID?" And they're like, "Yes." It's like, "So you know where the DMV is?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's right." And they would give the address to their local DMV. And they're like, "Well, you know, President Biden and the Democratic Party are saying that it's racist to require a ID for voting." And the black folks are like, "What? That's stupid." And it's also racism of low expectations to say that black people can't get an ID because they don't know how to get to the DMV. What a racist thing to say about black folks. And it shows how they really think about people of color, man. You know, they are the racist. They really are. We just see everyone as equals. You know, of course they can get ID. I mean, good God, man. It's 2022, you know. So, I mean, saying that they don't know how to get on the internet and all these different things. Who's buying this crap? But anyway, that's what they're doing. That's their plan. And they're going to amp this up as much as possible. Get rid of the filibuster. Come on, man. We're screwed if they get rid of the filibuster before this next election. You know, why they still have a minor majority. Ark Livin, what's up, man? Hey, brother. Get pumped, man. Get pumped. But yeah, man, that's their plan. And they're attacking it from all different directions too. I was watching Tim Pool yesterday. It was a video from later of last week, and there was a someone who works for the Democratic National Committee. He's a lawyer, and his plan is to try to disqualify people from running. So they're going all over the country in districts that they got no business in being in, seeing who's running, and if it's not someone who is a part of the establishment, including Republicans, you know, the Republicans who's right in there with them, they're thick as thieves, the Uniparty. If they're not one of them, they're trying to figure out ways to legally disqualify him, like they're trying to do with Donald Trump in 2024. They're trying to disqualify him, like they're trying to do with Marjorie Taylor Greene. You know, they're trying to disqualify her from running as well. And Matt Gaetz and so many other people.
What is most maddening is that this anti-democratic effort is cloaked in democratic doublespeak. This week, Democratic lawyer Mark Elias predicted that 2022 would bring a renewed interest in disqualifying Republican members from office based on an obscure Civil War era provision. Elias, the former Hillary Clinton campaign general counsel, is a well-known figure in Washington. Elias has founded a self-described pro-democracy group that challenges Republican voting laws and pledges that will, quote, shape our elections and democratic institutions for years to come. In the age of rage, nothing says democracy like preventing people from running for office. Elias and others are suggesting that rather than defeat Republicans at the polls, Democrats in Congress could disqualify the Republicans for supporting or encouraging the quote-unquote insurrection last year. Democratic members called for the disqualification of dozens of Republicans. One rep, Bill Pascrell, demanded the disqualification of the 120 House Republicans, including House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, for simply signing a friend of the court brief in support of an election challenge from Texas.
You hear that? Remember at the beginning, like around this time last year, February, something like that, when Texas took the voting stuff to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court threw it out. But all the Republicans that supported that, They're trying to disqualify all of them from ever running for office again because of that. Like there's literally, they're trying to file it legally to get them disqualified as members of Congress. These are sitting members of Congress, like Kevin McCarthy. I mean, geez, man, you know, they're doing everything they can, everything in their power to get it done, to fight back against it, you know. But I think the tide's coming, man. I think the tide has changed. I think they went too far. You know, I think if they just wanted to institute their plan, they should have just left well enough alone. Let Donald Trump, you know, continue out his 8 years as president and then leave, and then someone else would have came in, you know. But no, they had to push so hard, man. He's Nazi. He's literally Hitler. This is what they said in the mainstream media. He's literally Hitler. I mean, gee, what did they think? They think we were just going to continue to listen to all their lies and deny what our lying eyes will we see with their own eyes, you know? Gee, help us all. Yep, right. Yep. Absolutely, Han Solo. Absolutely. That's their ace in the hole. Notice some of the first things they did when they got into the White House, man, opening up the border and letting millions and millions of unregistered illegals into our country. And now we don't know where they are. I was talking with Devout about this. Remember when there were 14,000 Haitians right under that bridge? And they kept trying to hide it. But it kept getting out and all the footage was there and we all saw it. So, and then for a week, you know, they were slowly getting them out of there. And now they're all gone. A couple of thousand of them they deported. Where are the rest of them? That's 12,000 people still unaccounted for. Now, this is weird. And I'm not saying that this guy was one of them. But there's a large manufacturing plant that I deliver to every 2 weeks. And when I was making my delivery, a big semi pulled up. And I could tell the guy was looking for something. You know, I could see him looking, and he got out and he came over. And he had a piece of paper on it. I guess it's where he was supposed to be at the plant next door to this plant. And so I saw that name and I told him, I was like, oh man, it's right next door. He was like, and he said something and I said, oh, I'm sorry. Do you speak English? And he was like, you know, like a little bit. And he said, I'm from Haiti. He was a Haitian dude. He could barely speak English. And he was driving his big semi truck across America. I said, dude, you can't speak the language and you just driving this big truck. So I was trying to signal to him. I was trying to hand signal to him. He needed to go next door. And so he said, okay. And he left. He didn't make it because when I left, he was pulled over and he was asking someone else for directions. And it was literally like from where he was stopped, you could see where he needed to be. But it did make me think. I was like, man, are there just Haitians all over? They just released them into the wild and they're just finding jobs wherever they can. It makes me wonder, what are they doing with these folks? They got to be in districts, you know, to where there's certain strongholds for the establishment. So when it is time for them to vote, they can get them in there. Man, 2022 election is going to be crazy, guys. Anyway, so and Nancy Pelosi, man, she gets, every time she's in front of a microphone, she says these same things, you know, about voting rights and all these other different things and the big lie and disqualifying Donald Trump. That's her main thing. She is announced she's not running this November. So we don't have to look at her face anymore. But her being the drinker in the house, I wanted to show you guys this clip. This is from Harry Reid died. And so a lot of them, you know, went and spoke at his funeral, whatever. But anyway, check this out. This is Nancy at her finest.
Truly beloved by all because he treated everyone with dignity and respect.
I heard Nancy Pelosi say she never heard Harry say anything bad about any of his colleagues. I don't know about that, Nancy.
May he rest in peace.
I love Nancy, but
Watch that first step, Nance. It's a Lulu, the drinker of the house. She will be missed. She will be missed. Oh man, I'm actually excited to. I know 2022 just started, but I'm ready to get to November. I really am. I'm ready for the election. I want to see what's going to happen. I know a lot of stuff's going to happen on the road to there. They got to do everything they can to disqualify people, to discredit people, to push all their narratives, man. Gosh, they've got what? February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So they got 10 months, right? Pretty much to do everything they can to try to get rid of the filibuster. If they get rid of the filibuster, they'll pass whatever federalized voting they want to, man. I think anything they try to pass like that, I hope most states will take it to the Supreme Court, because anytime any amendment is made to the Constitution, it has to be ratified by the states. And if it's not, it has to go back to the legislation, right? At least that's the way our government's supposed to work. So we'll see what happens. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think there's enough bribe money in the world to get rid of the filibuster. Because if you get rid of once you get rid of it, it's gone. And eventually, you could bite your own self in the butt. But we'll see what happens. We live in interesting times, guys. I think the trumpet's about to sound any minute, to be honest with you. I think Jesus is turning to the Father and like, should I just go? Should I just rapture them? It's time. Let's kick off this tribulation. But anyway, so I was thinking about the experts. How they're always trying to push, oh, well, he's an expert. Well, you're not an expert. You're not a doctor. You're not a scientist. You got to be an expert. Only experts know what we need. Only experts know, how that we should live to protect us, to keep us safe, to keep us alive. We need the experts. The experts are going to save us, man. But the experts have been screwing us for 2 years. But I was watching Blaze TV the other day. I've never seen this guy. I guess he's got a radio podcast. But he said something, and he was talking about the experts, and it made a lot of sense. Check him out.
Right, I'm no expert, but then again, I'm reminded that it was experts that built the Titanic. Experts put hydrogen in the Hindenburg. Experts said the sun revolved around the earth. Einstein said nuclear energy would never be obtainable. Lord Kelvin said that X-rays would eventually prove to be a hoax. The New York Times said a rocket would never leave Earth's atmosphere. Experts can't make their minds up whether or not masks work. Experts shut down our economy last year and destroyed small business. Experts designed and run a power grid that couldn't handle the demand of sudden extreme weather in Texas. Under the expert oversight of our current legislators, both in the federal as well as the state of Texas, and wherever you may be sitting and listening today. Here in Texas, we've managed to name Dr. Pepper the official state soda. That's big-time legislation. We now have an official mermaid capital. We protected fake meat. Biological males can compete in girls' sports. No one cares if kids have their gender-confused genitals mutilated before adulthood. I mean, how many times have the experts gotten it wrong? Why are we so enamored with the experts when what we really need to do is follow those who have made a lifelong commitment to being learners that are teachable? I don't want my surgeon operating on my body with the expertise he gained in the technology and techniques that were popular and when he was in med school. I want him to be up to date and constantly educating himself on a current and more effective methodology.
Exactly. Amen. Preach on, brother. Thank you, Nick. Chad Prather. That was his name. He made a lot of sense. He might not be an expert, man, but he made a lot of sense to me. And I've always hated that my whole life. Even when I was a kid, oh, well, I'm an expert. I mean, what is an expert? What does it take to be an expert? What makes someone an expert in anything? And I would like to think once you get a certain age, you're an expert in something. To me, expertise comes from experience, not a degree. There's a lot of PhDs out there who are freaking morons. They really are. Book learning doesn't make you an expert. Hands-on experience makes you an expert, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Plus, we live in the information age, man. We have handheld computers in our pockets and in our pocketbooks all the time that we can access information from all of the world instantly. Now, a lot of information is false, I know, but I'm just saying, like people aren't ignorant, not like it used to be. There's a lot of information that wasn't available to us all the time. Now there's almost no information that we can't access when we want to. So if we wanted to gain knowledge about something and do our own research, and we do, you know, that's what I mean. Like, but you got to trust the experts. I don't trust anybody anymore. And I think you guys are the same way. We've been lied to so many times, you know, like Dr. Fauci, man. This dude will flip-flop on every issue. And he has on every issue. So whatever, right? I hear you, brother. Get me into that. Good to see you this morning. Hillbilly, what's up, man? Good morning. Eve, good morning. Julie, good morning. Good morning. Everybody coming in. But anyway, yeah, the experts, man. So the experts, you guys know how I like to follow Chi-Town, old Chirac, Chicago. But the teachers' unions theirs, man, are still screwing over the kids. They're still pushing this whole fear thing because they want to feel safe. Screw the kids. They want to feel safe. They don't want to catch a cold. Watch them.
Thank you very much, Linda. So my name is Adan Meza. That's A-D-A-N, Meza, M-E-Z-A. I am an educator at Benito Juarez. I'm here to tell you about what's been going on. So, first off, we are here demanding that we work in a safe place. And to give us a good story about that, I will tell the story of one of my local colleagues who, after testing positive on Monday for coronavirus, talked to a contact tracer and said that Benito Juarez is one of the largest clusters in the city of Chicago, both community spread and one of the largest cases, and that's not being addressed whatsoever. We demand that students have masks, KN95, at least, to be in these schools. We also demand that we work in a safe environment. This is not a strike. We are on a remote action because we believe that we should be able to educate our students in a safe environment, not sacrifice that safety.
Dude, shut up. You live in Chicago. No one works in a safe environment there. You know, we demand that these kids have KN95 masks. Screw you, dude. Screw you. You know, those kids are better off for remote learning than going with teachers like that. Selfish, shield, speaking the party line teachers. Screw them. You know, stuff like that pisses me off. You know, I was a teacher for 10 years, man. And I knew teachers who were there solely because they enjoyed being an educator. They enjoyed the interaction with their students. And their priority really was the education of their students, you know, and the safety of their students. And I know watching stuff like this, all these teacher union shills would piss them off. They would have words to say, you know, but anyway, I digress. Looks like we're out of time, guys. This Monday morning. I appreciate you guys. Man, that time flew by. I enjoy hanging out with you guys this morning. I hope you guys have a great Monday. It's going to be a great week. You'll see. We're going to keep our eyes open. We're going to see the things they continue to push. We know what their plan is. We've known it all along. They're so obvious in what they're doing. They're so transparent. And I hope that most of our country, most of our fellow citizens see how transparent they are as much as we do, as much as you guys do. Candle, hey sis, did I say good morning to you? Good morning. It is sad. But anyway, I hope you guys have a blessed day. And I tell you what, man, let's change the culture and be prepared. I'll end with this.
So, sayonara, sucker.
I'm going to use that a lot. Hope you guys have a blessed day. I'll see you guys here tomorrow morning.